Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Cavaliers will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Syracuse's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold you, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Syracuse right back at it.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. The junior making a crunch play and turning in a big catch. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Here we go. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little space. Nicely done on the ground, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rushes on him, and to get rid of it quickly. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 6th play of the drive coming up. Here we go. Robinson looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Cuse. Getting set for the extra point now. Putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys can take it to the house.
And it's your job to do the rest, right? You get me in stride, you don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
It up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. Off play action. Here's a hit.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. He does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Cavaliers come down on third and short, trying to convert first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big. Sometimes you don't necessarily read correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the...
Throw to the end zone, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. This defense takes one back to the house.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. They're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give these coaches that credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times, if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
There's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Flies it out of the air. That's a 20. He's got space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Robinson will throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Syracuse right back at it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike from the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
21, Virginia, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. The balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
You got to be able to blitz and get home. It's one thing to blitz just to blitz, but you got to find a way to slip through those cracks. Nice job by the defense. The QB had no clue. He was hanging in there, trying to be tough. Got hit as he threw the football, forced the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
That is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got a man. It's Hart. Across the 25. He's got room. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Syracuse right back at it.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Man down on the plays. The officials take a break to let him be checked out.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Looking for just 1 more yard in 2nd, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse.
This thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and they get you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Cavaliers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here we go. Power football with the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down, and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Now the play fake. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Syracuse right back at it. Robinson looking to pass. Finds his man. It's hard. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quickly complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Syracuse doing business in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's touchdown, Syracuse. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the roll.
This is blowouts. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored like Getty here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running block in the second half?
Syracuse 35, Virginia 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Dome in lovely central New York.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just
Breaks into the open. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Bolted on the bootleg fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
That's exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one splits the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Western Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stand your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Syracuse right back at it.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Makes the grab on the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll run it from the gun. Just leaves him grabbing the air as he gets down to the 35. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Grabbed in the middle. It's hard. It's a deep wide open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal.
Let's get a few yards on this play.
Robinson will throw. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to slam in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Orange.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Gonna swing it on second down. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game. You know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got clean as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Oh, nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocked to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
The play action fake. Snagged out of the air. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job at play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and get to it.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense had to do something different.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. A strike down the field. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stops. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a touchdown. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Robinson looking to pass. Caught. Turning it on. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. We open the final period with a 3rd down play. Let's go. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Back open in the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Syracuse right back at it. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cuse. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home. And then you come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games, get some mojo going back in your way.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Time to change now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw again. He'll take another shot here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Working that left side now. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. Now you step out here, you show your team, you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
Robinson will throw. Makes the grab. It's this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Leaves it with the back. Into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse. They've now extended that lead. They're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what we've seen on both sides of the ball today.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Western Michigan. The action never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Cavaliers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Dumps it off in the flat. Fights off the defender. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Now a lot of work to do to remove the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Cavaliers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing front and pass and lining up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Paul, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He's got the back in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Syracuse right back at it.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising. I gotta be honest.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on 2nd down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Got his man. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Robinson looking to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the a quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Result of the play is a turnover.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Holden finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Flying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Then how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Makes the grab. It's hard. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Through the middle. It's hard. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Robinson will throw. Scrambling away. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And they probably don't even risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. They make the stop and strike 0, and that will do it for this one. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still